They told you your shoulder pain was from impingement, bone pinching a tendon. But if that were true, why do we see people go from pain to full overhead pressing in just 3 weeks without surgery and without stopping training? The truth is, most shoulder impingement diagnoses are wrong. The modern research doesn't even use that term anymore. What you likely have is rotator cuff related shoulder pain, or RCRSP. And the good news, it's not a death sentence for your training. It's not bones hitting tendons, it's how you move and how much load your tissues can tolerate. If overhead pressing hurts, but a landmine or neutral grip dumbbell feels fine, that's not damage, that's direction. Pain is just your shoulder telling you something's overloaded or out of sync. So here's what we're doing in this video. First, I'll walk you through a quick overhead screen to test your shoulder. No guesswork. Then we'll take your results and plug them into one of 3 training buckets. And finally, I'll give you a step-by-step press progression designed to rebuild overhead strength without flaring symptoms. Everything in here is backed by research and real world results. No fluff, no rotator cuff list, just a clear, testable framework that works. Stick with me because this isn't about avoiding pain forever. It's about training smart and getting back to full overhead pressing stronger than ever. Before we touch a single dumbbell, we need to test, because not all shoulder pain means the same thing. And not all pain needs the same fix. This quick screen is going to show us which system is actually breaking down: scapular mechanics, rotator cuff, or thoracic mobility. First, the painful arc test. Raise your arm slowly in front or to the side. Do you feel pain between 60 and 120 degrees, but not at the bottom or top? That's the painful arc, and it's one of the classic signs of rotator cuff related shoulder pain. It tells us you've got load sensitivity during mid-range elevation, not necessarily damage. And we're going to use that to guide your pressing angles. Next, external rotation strength at 0 and 90 degrees. Start with your elbow by your side. Resist external rotation. Now do the same thing with your arm at 90 degrees. If one of those feels weak or painful, your cuff needs load. Just the right kind. A little bonus tip, if external rotation at 90 degrees is painful or weak, that often predicts pressing intolerance, especially overhead. Now, the scapular assistance test, or SAT. Have someone help guide your shoulder blade up and slightly back as you raise your arm. If that reduces pain or improves your range, your scapular control is limited, usually underactive serratus and lower trap. Not a mobility issue, a motor control issue. And now we know what to train. Then we've got the scapular retraction test, or SRT. Have someone stabilize your shoulder blade in retraction, then test strength again, like an empty can raise. If strength or pain improves, that's a scapulohumeral control issue. You're not missing strength, you're missing anchoring. Last test, a quick thoracic mobility check. Sit tall, arms across your chest. Try to extend through your upper back, not your low back. Then just rotate side to side. If that's limited, your scapula is going to struggle to tilt and rotate. So your overhead press feels stuck and the shoulder pays the price. So now we've completed our screenings. Symptom pattern, cuff capacity, scapular motor control, and thoracic mobility. Next, we'll turn that into a smart strategy so you're not just pressing through pain, you're pressing with a plan. Here's what most people get wrong. They do these tests and then they go add a bunch of corrective exercises before they train. That's backwards. We're not doing homework. We're building smarter pressing patterns so your training is your rehab. Your screen results don't tell you which band exercise to add. They tell you what your pressing should look like right now. We break that down into 3 pressing strategies. We call them the 3 buckets. Bucket 1, you need to press for scapular control. If your SAT or SRT improved symptoms, your pressing needs to bias upward rotation and posterior tilt. Think landmine press, incline dumbbell press, and tall kneeling single arm reaches. These aren't warm-ups or extra exercises, they're press variations that load the scapula correctly under tension. They drive serratus and lower trap while keeping the rib cage organized. Bucket 2, you need to press for cuff capacity. If your external rotation strength was limited, you don't need to avoid pressing, you need to scale it. That means using floor press, neutral grip dumbbell press, tempo incline, or bottoms up carries. You're loading the cuff just with reduced lever arms and better joint angles. You can start with isos if you need to, but build toward tolerating dynamic press work through pain-free range. Bucket 3, you need to press for thoracic strategy. If your upper back couldn't extend or rotate well, we don't stretch your pecs. We fix your setup. That means tall kneeling landmine press, split stance single arm dumbbell or cable press, wall reaches with a rib down cue. You're training your thoracic extension and rotation inside your pressing, not with side drills. So bottom line, you don't need a band routine. You just need to press with intent. And next, we'll build your progression. You've got your press strategy, now let's turn that into progress. For all 3 buckets, here's the return to vertical. Add load or volume within your current safe range. Then transition to standing single arm dumbbell presses. Next, layer in barbell overhead press. You can start with partial range of motions. Make sure you're always controlling your tempo. Then add performance tools, push press, overhead carries, and eccentrics. Stick to an RPE of 6 to 8. Pain during your training should stay under a 3 out of 10 and settle within 24 hours. This is where rehab becomes training and where pain-free pressing becomes your new baseline. Here's the truth. Most shoulder pain during pressing isn't a problem with your body. It's a problem with the plan. You ran the screen, you found the limiter, and now you've got a press progression that doesn't just avoid pain, it solves it. Because when you train the limiter inside your strength work, your rehab and your performance become the same thing. That's the model that I use with clients every single day. No fluff, no prehab, just movement that's actually programmed with purpose. If this video helped you out, hit subscribe. You'll get breakdowns like this every week, plus real world progressions that work.